Yeah, welcome to Donington Park, the national layout. This is the Skip Barber series in iRacing. Starting on pole. This is fairly low strength for field racing. It's about 800 something. And let's see how I do in this one. My starts are pretty notoriously bad. I don't, at least this week, haven't practiced my starts, which is not good. Not good practice, not a good approach to follow, but never mind. Starting on first, so the first corner is going to be a little bit of a adventure. Getting ready to go, just waiting for start. Here we go in the first gear. Engines revved, running for the lights, and it's go. Just trying to nudge across a little bit onto the left, trying to get a little bit more gap. See, I'm not really sure how much speed I can carry here. Going a bit wide, going really wide, but just held it together. It's down my inside there. Got to be careful, but just managed to make it through. On to fifth, quickly down to third. Not ideal, but it's not so bad so far. Onto this curb, early turn in, a little bit late here. Down to third. Let's get it rotated and then back on the gas. Looking pretty good so far. And slow, rotate around here, a little bit late turning in. Let's get back on the gas. That's not too bad. That's not a bad start at all. Up to the chicane, down into second, and very late turning in, really messed that one up, and I've lost. Got down his inside. Let's see if I can take it back. No, he's got the, but he's across. I think he got his left tyres in the dirt and just shot across. Now let's see if I can actually put a couple of decent laps together. Okay, just clip that corner there. Onto the curb. Earlier turn in, come on. Down to third. And a bit of patience, get it rotated across here then. Back on the gas. Turning in too late. Want to cut that corner better than that. And we're pretty good here. As this drops down a second gear, turning a bit better than that. Totally late on turning. Really made a mess of that corner again. For some reason I'm starting to turn in really late, and that's really causing me all sorts of problems. The driver coming out of the pit lane. This is going to be interesting. Let's get it rotated. That's not too bad. Back on the gas. Let's go. Now I have to be really aggressive on the turning here, coming out to get across that. I needed to be a little bit harder on that, but out a third for that. Let's see what the lap car is going to do here. Again, to get it down a third, rotate. Now he's off on the dirt. Just got away with that. Hope he was going to come back on the track and take me out. That's a better. That's a little bit better. Should be using more of the exit curb though. Let's do this better now. Again, I'm braking too late. A little bit anxious and just braking too late. Car waiting to join. What's he going to do? He's going to roll out. That's a strange one. He's waited at the exit. That was a close run thing. He's actually waited at the exit, and I thought he was going to wait for me to go by. But it was almost as if he was waiting for me to get there. I'm sure that wasn't the case, but that's a poor misjudgment there. But then it is a low strength of field race. So I've got a decent gap now. Again, patience, get it rotated around, then and back on the gas. The brake point there is a bit vague. It's about 3/4 of the way down the rumble strip. So you've got to be good at judging that. Again, too late. I'm braking there. Not as bad as it has been, but still pretty poor. Okay, just that's it. Nah, should have been on the gas a little earlier, but the line was completely wrong through there. That's not bad. Down to third. Yeah, I need to cut that corner quite a bit more. It's one of the corners that I struggle with. Or what the corner that I really haven't got yet. Again, just get it around that corner. So got a good gap. Brake. It turned around. That's not bad. A lot of people don't take that second apex, but I kind of like the idea of bottling up the track as I cut right across. Again, I made a mess of that one. I'm just braking too late. Just trying to maintain a good gap, because I'm making a lot of mistakes, including there, running way wide. That's pretty good. It's a very tempting corner there to get wrong, because you get a little bit impatient with it and you're trying to go a little bit early. You end up running wide. Still looks pretty clear behind me. Another bike marker. He looks a little bit in trouble. He looks very dangerous. That was me hesitating. I didn't know which way I was going to go there. Again, low split race. Bottom split race. We've got another lap car coming up ahead. This is where it gets a little bit complicated, because it is quite a difficult track to pass. It's pretty narrow. And you're never quite sure of people's lines around here. Again, especially in a low strength of field race, you don't know if it's they're going wide to let you pass, or whether they're just going wide because they're not very good at this track. Let's have another try at this one. That's better, but yeah, I still got the line wrong. It's okay doing it in practice, but when you actually come to do it in a race, when it really matters, then it's the real test. Getting late on the gas, didn't get the corner right. A little bit off. Not sure which way he's gonna go here. Let's go down his inside. See, that's what makes it really kind of awkward. You don't know whether he's opening the door to let me through, or he just doesn't have the line. That's a little bit better, but still pretty poor. Gotta be careful there. You don't wanna go too far left at the pit lane exit, or else you'll pick up a slowdown penalty. It's not a 1x, it goes straight to a slowdown. Okay, again another back marker. Again, just slide up his inside. Leave him a little bit of space in the apex. I think he dropped back a little bit anyway, but getting into a better rhythm, I feel, from the earlier laps. You always want to hear that rumble as you're going over the rumble strips. It's starting to feel like better laps. Let's hit that apex better. That's pretty good. Pretty poor. Get a nice clear track behind. But I don't want to start slowing down. Again, just turning in a bit too late. Keep getting my braking a little bit wrong there. The brake marker is really one of the countdown markers on the right, and it's kind of difficult to use that when it's really in your peripheral vision at best. About half distance now. should start to really come through the thick of the lap traffic. Turning was a bit late. Want to make that as smooth as possible. Yeah, at least I got the exit curb right. Down a second gear. Don't want to get into the dirt on the left hand side. Okay, well, looks like he just eased off there. And patience, just getting onto that apex. Big gap behind. Again, not getting that right at all. Need to slow down, back on the gas. And still thinking about that gap behind. Just wondering when I'm going to catch a driver ahead. Not a bad chicane, but again could still use more of the curb and exit. Bit late on the gas. I'd rather be late on the gas than have my left wheels in the dirt. He's taking a wide line through there. Just letting that speed bleed off a little bit. Is he moving across for me? Not yet close enough for that. It's looking like it's going to start getting busy ahead. Yeah, I had to hold on to the throttle there. That's pretty decent. That's not. Obviously coming up against the faster guys. Okay, I'm in a position to take him on this straight coming up. Hopefully he'll make it nice and simple. Now with the time to move right and let me down the inside. Or not, as the case may be. That's a lift off a lot there. Okay, let's go down his inside. Oh, his outside. Ah, that was close. You see, you know, it would have been better for him just to have lifted on that straight and just let me get past him right there. It was nice and safe. Took him behind me and minimum drama. I don't know what the point was racing me down to that. The first corner was. I'm clearly not going to be happy sitting behind him, letting off in corners. I'm sure he's in a race himself, but the guy ahead is quite some distance ahead from him, and it's kind of a false economy to race in that situation. You end up costing yourself time. Just lift on the straight, let me go through, tuck him behind me, get a tow from me. You might even help you in your race with the guy ahead. Right, if he'd have done it at the start of that straight, he would have had the whole straight, a tow for the whole straight, but there you go. But yeah, it's getting really busy ahead here. See, I'm already quite some distance from the guy that I've just passed. Okay, this is going to be interesting. And two cars off there. Thought that guy coming back on was going to collect me, but I think he knew I was there. But it's a bit rough. Now what we're going to do here, is he going to race me down to the corner? He looks like he is. I'm not getting it slowed down fast enough. Okay, I'll just take the slow down. Well, you know, I mean, the thing was there, I didn't see him pulling out of that, and then there was probably enough gap for me to do what I needed to do, but that was really off-putting, seeing him stay on that, stay off the racing line like that. I really wanted him to just kind of lift and slot in behind me. That was just a bit off-putting. In the end I couldn't get it on a second gear. My mistake in the end, but yeah. But I knew it was going to get interesting once I started getting into this main body. But this looks like it's going to be it now for the win. I like to say I led from the lights to the flag, but that's not strictly true. But it's not over yet. Got a nice gap. Don't think there's going to be any more lap cars to deal with. At least not. Don't think there's enough time left. Unless you spin, of course. Gotta say it's a really good track to drive on the Skippy. I know it's not the full layout, but the Skippy really does work very well on the short configurations. Nice clear track behind. Always an adventure coming through here. And there it is. There's career win number 10. And very satisfying to finally get win number 10 out of the way. It's been, yeah, I mean, the first lap or two were pretty poor. I just let nerves get the better of me a little bit. Made some really poor mistakes. But after that, it was really, the only real drama was with the chicane, which I kept getting totally wrong. I think I probably just need to pull back the brake point when I'm in a race like that, until I'm really confident about it. And of course, dealing with bike markers. This guy's just finishing his lap, so I'm not going to pressure him. I don't want to. I think he's still running, so I'm just going to back off, and this is just a warm down lap. But yeah, a really good race for me. If for no reason, just to get win number 10 out of the way. Interesting experience dealing with bike markers. I do wish they would be a little bit more selective about when they're trying to race, but there you go. But nothing cataclysmic today. I actually managed to finish a race when I was in the lead, and just a really great track to race. And so that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a race, Skip Barber race at Donington Park.